you'll gain more time freedom, increase your earning potential, and ultimately, your business will be able to impact more lives. Hello, and welcome back to the Blissful Mompreneur podcast. I'm your host, Christina Hall, and I am so grateful you're tuning in today. In 2019 and 2022, I baby-proofed my small business to not only run without me, but to thrive without me, allowing me to take 2 4-month maternity leaves to be with my babies. Now, I'm on a mission to help you do the same. Whether you're preparing for your first baby or juggling multiple children, this episode is for you. Giving birth and raising an infant is really hard, and yet so many of us feel the need to keep up with everything else at the same time. We push ourselves to be present at work, manage our businesses, and take care of our families, all while trying to meet the expectations we set for ourselves. But the truth is, you deserve time to rest, recover, and bond with your baby. Maternity leave is not a luxury. It's a necessity for you and your baby. Today, I'm going to talk about why you deserve to take a maternity leave, the mindsets that hold us back, and how letting go of control can actually strengthen your business. It is so important to bond with your baby during those first few months of life. Babies need love, attention, and time, and maternity leave can give you the opportunity to provide all of that and more. For all the first-time mothers out there, let me tell you, those early months are not easy. Your baby needs care around the clock, and during this time, you may not feel at your best. While your body is healing and your hormones are fluctuating, it can feel impossible to get quality sleep, eat nutritious foods, and exercise. But when your business is able to run independently, it makes this adjustment so much easier. In addition to caring for both yourself and your baby, you may also be adjusting to life as a new mom or managing the changing dynamics of your relationship. If you have other children, the new baby can take an emotional toll on them as well, and it's important to provide the support they need to navigate what can feel like a scary change. All of this takes time, and you deserve the space to fully adjust and be present. Spending time with your newborn also has long-term benefits for your baby. Research shows that babies who form secure attachments with their primary caregivers in the early months of life tend to have better emotional regulation, social skills, and overall mental health as they grow. The love, attention, and presence you offer during this crucial period lay the foundation for your baby's sense of security and confidence in the world. This time will allow you to build a strong bond that will positively influence your child's development for years to come. By taking the time to be fully present during your maternity leave, you're investing in the emotional and psychological well-being of your baby, your family, and yourself. After both of my C-sections, I was fortunate to have the time to physically recover, to be home with my babies, and to support my toddler as she adjusted to having a sibling. It also allowed my husband and me the time to adjust to parenthood. Being home gave me the chance to bond with my children and provide them with the love and care they needed. When I eventually returned to work, I had the confidence that my kids were secure. They knew they'd be okay and well taken care of, even when I wasn't physically with them. Now, one belief that I and many women struggle with is the belief that we are the only ones capable of carrying out our business functions. In the early years of my business, the majority of my students came through word of mouth, and while that was a blessing, it also created a challenge. Most of these referrals wanted to work exclusively with me, which made scaling my business feel nearly impossible. I found myself trapped in the mindset that I needed to clone myself to take a maternity leave or grow my business. However, the reality is that while I connect well with many students, I'm not the right fit for everyone. There are countless individuals who would benefit even more from working with another teacher. It wasn't until I invested in paid advertising that I began attracting students who were not only open, but excited about learning from other teachers. This shift allowed me to see that my business could thrive without me being the only teacher. If you have a service-based business, you may experience a similar issue where your clients only want to work with you. The myth of being indispensable also extended to the administrative side of my business. I worried that I couldn't find someone capable of handling customer service in the way that I did, or they would mess up the billing if I let them. And this really stemmed from childhood. When I was growing up, I watched my dad, who was the CFO of a large construction company, and he would often complain that he couldn't find anyone who could meet his expectations. And he preferred to do the work himself because he knew then it would be done correctly. When I held on to that belief, I limited the growth of the business, which therefore limited the impact the business could have on others and the amount of money I could make. Since I was afraid to let others help me do the work, my income was directly tied to the number of hours I worked and the rates I charged. It wasn't until my first maternity leave, when I actually stepped away, that I was able to begin to let go of this belief. If you find yourself struggling with the myth of being indispensable, I encourage you to start small. Choose 1 or 2 things to delegate and see how it goes. Surround yourself with mentors who have successfully navigated this path before you. Their experience and expertise will give you the confidence to let go. It may take time, but the freedom on the other side is so worth it. In time, you'll discover that you, your team, your clients, and your business all flourish when you let go of the idea that you're the only one who could do the job. You'll gain more time freedom, increase your earning potential, and ultimately, your business will be able to impact more lives. And just like the myth of being indispensable, many of us are weighed down by the Superwoman myth, the idea that we need to be perfect and do it all flawlessly. I have to admit, I prided myself on trying to do everything for a very long time. I thought I was managing it all, but the key word in that sentence is trying. In my pursuit of perfection, I often sacrificed my health and time with friends and family, believing that I had to do it all to be successful. This ultimately took a toll on my health. I believe that many of my autoimmune diseases are a direct result of the stress I created for myself. Now that I'm on the other side, I've come to realize that my values have fundamentally shifted. I used to place work above all else, but now I prioritize caring for my family just as much, if not more, than my work. And I'm here to tell you that we are not meant to do everything. You don't have to do it all to prove your worth. It's important to recognize that you are not less of a person if you can't do it all. Embracing this mindset can lead to a healthier, more balanced life, allowing you to focus on what truly matters without the burden of the Superwoman myth weighing you down. Now, once you've started to challenge the belief that only you can carry out the functions of the business and that you have to do it all, it's time to begin letting go of control. This means stepping back from the need to micromanage every aspect of your business and trusting your team. For me, one of the biggest achievements in letting go of control was when I handed over the main inbox for my business to my administrative team. This was a pivotal moment where I shifted from being the go-to point of contact to empowering my admins to handle customer service inquiries. A huge weight was lifted off my shoulders when I gave up the inbox. And what I found was the more I let go, the more my team rose to the occasion. They felt empowered to make decisions, and I realized that my role as a leader wasn't to do everything, but to guide them and support them. I gained more freedom, both in terms of time and emotional bandwidth. I was able to step back and allow things to run. And I discovered that if an issue arose, I could just jump in and fix it, and then create a system to prevent it from happening again. Initially, I struggled with the fear that my team wouldn't handle tasks as I would. And while it's true that they don't always handle things the way I would, that is totally okay. I also feared that they might make mistakes that I wouldn't be able to fix. but I can confidently say that hasn't happened. As you start this journey of letting go, just like I mentioned before, start slow. Start by delegating some lower level tasks and gradually work your way up to handing off more significant responsibilities. I can't tell you enough how freeing it is to let go of control. I'm happier, experience less stress and overwhelm, and have a stronger business that not only earns more revenue, but is also more valuable and sellable. Most importantly, I'm able to positively impact more lives, which is the ultimate goal of any business. And that takes me to the last point I want to make. Taking a maternity leave truly makes your business stronger. When you build a team, create repeatable systems, and step away from the day-to-day, your team is empowered to come up with their own ideas to make the business better. You're no longer limited by your own beliefs and experiences, because when you bring in others with different beliefs and lived experiences, they offer their own ideas, some of which you may not have thought of. Your maternity leave is essentially a test run for all your systems. You could see what works and what needs refining. Plus, your team will likely not want to bother you, so they will begin making decisions on their own. You may not agree with every decision, but you can always have a conversation with them after the fact to let them in on your thought process and vision. So there you have it. Taking a maternity leave is not only beneficial for you, your baby, and your family, but it's also better for your business. By stepping back, letting go of control, and trusting your team, you can create a thriving business that empowers your employees, improves your business processes, and ultimately leads to greater success. Thank you for joining me today on the Blissful Mompreneur podcast. I hope you found the insights shared in this episode inspiring and empowering as you navigate your own journey towards maternity leave. Taking time for yourself and your baby is an investment in your family's future and the growth of your business. If you have questions, want to share your thoughts, or simply say hi, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to DM me on Instagram at the Blissful Mompreneur. If you're ready to take that next step in baby-proofing your business, join the waitlist for my upcoming course, Baby-Proof Your Business, launching after the new year. You'll get all the tools and strategies to confidently take maternity leave and set your business up for success. If you're interested in getting on the waitlist, just DM me the word waitlist and I'll make sure to keep you updated. And if you enjoyed the show, please share it with a fellow mompreneur who might benefit from this advice. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and leave a comment below letting me know your biggest takeaway. It helps me reach more amazing women just like you. Thank you again for being here, and until next time, keep pursuing your bliss.